Good damn morning, Americans. Jericho Green here with you once again. It is Sunday, May 10th. Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to all you wonderful, beautiful, magical women. And I don't care if you're a mom, a stepmom, a foster mom, an adoptive mom, however I'm supposed to say that. Thank you. You're beautiful. You shape lives. Therefore, you shape the world. And side note, one thing that pisses me off, speaking of moms, dog mom. You're not a fucking dog mom or a cat mom. You're a pet owner. Okay, there's no comparison to a fucking pet owner and a mother. I can't even put into words how you feel about your children. I grew up having pets. I love pets. I love dogs. Cats are cool, as long as they don't scratch and shit. I like cats. But dogs are the shit. But because you own one, you are not a fucking insert animal's name here, mom. Anyway, speaking of dogs, I remember when I was 12 and our dog died. Our Rottweiler died of parvo. And I remember sitting or laying on the bed in my mom's lap for I don't know how long as she comforted me and talked me through one of my biggest losses up until that point in my short life. I remember what I was wearing. I had a black t-shirt on and some like turquoise, teal colored hammer pants. We're talking 1992, people. That's what we did. But I'll never forget that. My mom was and is an amazing mother. She was kind, she was tender, she was nurturing, and she was also no bullshit. Don't let my mom's 5-foot frame fool you. She was in the Army. She was a nurse. She still is. She works for hospice. She worked for the DMV, state adoption agency. She is an accomplished woman. And people growing up, people always say, your mom's so nice. I was like, yeah, she can be, but do not get her on what my dad would call the war path. My mom's no joke, but I love her. She, did the best she possibly could. And there have been things I've talked about, like free lunches and stuff, where I said, my mom made a lunch for me every day. She didn't have a cape. She's not a superhero. She doesn't have laser beams that come out of her eyes. But she did the best that she possibly could, and it was great. Mothers are one of the most important things on earth. My wife, one of my favorite things to do is watch my wife with our kids. Just the way she is with them, the way she plays with them, the little nickname she has for them is totally different from me. Fathers are different with their kids. Yeah, we both play with them and stuff like that, but it's just different. Mothers have magical fucking powers. Who else can kiss your boo-boo and make it feel better? Mom's food even tastes better. You ever eat some food off your mom's plate? She let you lick her ice cream cone. That shit tastes better because it came from mom. I remember my wedding. The groom has the first dance with his mother, just like the bride has the first dance with her father. And I remember dancing with my mom, crying like a fucking baby. I didn't even know what came over me. But having my mom hug me and dance while we were dancing is a feeling I can't explain. Mothers are absolutely wonderful. Now, if you're a bad mother, and I'm not talking about reasons you can't control, but if you can control it and you're a bad mother, let me tell you, listen up close, come in tight to the phone. You're a rotten piece of shit and you need to change that. You need to fix the relationship with your children. That's how we get the Norman Bateses of the world. Fix it, mom. Get your shit together, contact your kids, and fix it. Same thing on the shoes on the other foot. You have a good mom, you did something to fuck it up, fix it. That's your mama, your mum. whatever, you mum, whatever the fuck you call her, that's who she is. And if she didn't give you a reason to be a shit, then don't be. Fix it. Now, speaking of mothers, let's talk about one that got in the mainstream mediocre's ass like a bike with no seat. I'm talking about Kayleigh McEnany. I'm not sure how to pronounce her name, but she is the new White House press secretary. And you guys may or may not have heard about this. I'll put a link in the description box to the video. But some reporter, I don't remember what, publication he's from or whatever, what company he worked for, but some reporter who, by the looks of his face, his parents might have been related. So he says, in another life, would you like to take back the point, or were you on a Fox panel? She was on a Fox panel a couple years back or whatever, and she had some disparaging comments about President Trump while he was running. This is before he became president. And so he says, in a different life, you'll see in the video, just being a fucking little asshole, right? Would you like to take back when President Trump said that he wouldn't let the coronavirus come to America? Like he was going to be out there on fucking Ellis Island with a big shield stopping the virus from crossing international airspace. It doesn't work that way. Well, she said, well, I'll throw that question back at the media. And she starts naming all these different publications, Vox. She mentioned Washington Post a few times and others. He said, would you guys like to take back where you said Americans shouldn't worry about the coronavirus? And Americans, your mind is making up this fear. And the fear of the coronavirus is spreading faster than the virus itself. Basically saying, don't come up here telling me dumb shit. And you've done the same thing. Obviously, that's not what the president meant. But you guys were saying the same, if not worse. Do you want to take that shit back? Then she went down this list of, like I said, these different publications that said shit now that they would look back at and be like, ugh, maybe we shouldn't have said that shit. And the video I chose to put in the description box is from Vox. I like it because they always have some super left-leaning bullshit, even in the titles of the articles and shit, the headlines. Even those are left-leaning. They got to take a jab at the president every fucking chance they get, and they do. So that's why I picked that particular one, but the footage is still the same. And then you can hear at the end that she goes, I'll leave you with those questions and maybe have some answers for me in a few days. Peace. And she's gone. And you can hear one of these dummies, and you can't see it because the camera's still on her, but you can hear, and I don't know if it's the reporter who asked the question, but you can hear him say, you were prepared for that. Well, of course she was prepared for that, dummy. She's a White House press secretary. That's how she got the job at 32 years old. Being fucking prepared. What'd you think she was gonna do? Sit up there and put her finger in her nose and go, "Durr." The fuck you think she was gonna? Of course she's prepared, you jackass. But it's more of their hypocrisy. The same people who sat there and said dumb shit are trying to turn around and point their finger at the president. And it's like they don't know how to use the English language. Obviously, you can't stop a virus 100% from coming into your country. We know that. What he was saying was, he's not just going to sit there and let it happen. He's going to do something about it. Like the travel ban he put against China in late January. He was saying, I'm not going to do nothing. I'm going to do my best to stop this. I'm not going to be like some in the past and sit there with my thumb up my ass and let the American people get bent over. That's what he was saying. Duh. Just like that, the hydrochloroquine, the stupid asses who drank that shit and the husband died. You know damn good and fucking well the president wasn't up there telling you to drink fish tank cleaner. And even if he did, you're even more of a dumbass if you do it. Use your brain. Like my dad would tell me, use your head for something else but a hat rack. You know damn good and well what he meant. But that TDS, I'm telling you, that TDS corrodes their fucking brains. They're like zombies. Brains. But it said for them, it's Trump. They will stop at nothing. They will step on anyone to complete their mission of taking bad orange man out of White House. And I mean anything. So of course they do dumb shit like this. They take it out of context, and then you fuck up and go up against a well-prepared press secretary, and she gets in that ass like a bike with no seat. You dumbass. Of course she's prepared. It's her job. She knows what you wolves are trying to do. She knows I've said it before, the mainstream mediocres are like a river in the Amazon teeming with piranhas. Any little bit of flesh, any morsel you drop in that water, there's going to be a feeding frenzy. The water is going to come alive with piranhas trying to strip any piece of flesh that they can. These people go crazy. Anything he says outside of "my name is Donald Trump," they're like, "Oh shit, you hear what he said? He meant this, he meant that." Calm the fuck down. Now, I thought the last press secretary we had was great, and she is. But the new one, Kayleigh, don't fuck with her, guys. You better be prepared. Be prepared as she is next time you come in that press room, you assholes. You were prepared for that. Of course. Dummy. We should all be prepared for our jobs when we show up. Makes you do your job better. God. You were prepared. No shit. Come on, man. Look. Ladies, moms, I hope you have a wonderful day. I hope you were showered with gifts. And if your kids are small enough, I hope they're handmade and funny looking. Because that's the kind of things you remember. Thank you to all the moms out there, all the good moms who did their best to not put psychos and whores out in society. Thank you to my wife for doing her absolute best for our kids. That's all she does is her absolute best for our kids, and I love it. I picked a good one. I win. Now, let me hop in this damn rat race. But you know how it goes. I try to be done with the left, but they just won't let me. Please subscribe. Hit that notification bell, because every time it rings, a piece of shit liberal cries. Make sure you get your Jericho Green notification tone. Link in the description box. Utilize the PayPal link and the Teespring link to get your green gear. I am Jericho Green. Man, I'm out.